Alright, so here is video 2 of my 3 videos total about getting rid of my engagement ring and changing my name. And I wanted to record this before the process went on any further because it's been kind of quick. So yesterday I shipped off my ring. It's gone. That was kind of a big moment. I remember like sitting there and sort of looking at it and like putting it on my fingers, like seeing like maybe I could wear it on a different hand, like, or different finger. Just like my brain was like coming up with like just a bunch of different ways that maybe I could just hold on to this thing. And what I realized is like didn't matter what finger I put it on. To me, it represented something. And I think something as specific as an engagement ring, it's hard to like repurpose that into something else that has meaning in a different way. So anyway, I also noticed that even though like I literally have not worn it in years, it was this like piece of me that it was just like this reminder, I think, of something that like I thought I always wanted. I was never one to grow up dreaming about my wedding. I'd never thought about that. I honestly, whenever I thought about a wedding growing up, I thought about like a destination, like doing something small and intimate. Anyway, it turned into this big old fiasco because if you've ever been married, you know that suddenly it doesn't become your wedding, it becomes everyone else's opportunity for input. And I honestly just wasn't strong enough in like what I knew about myself, and I never really voiced what I truly wanted, I think. So I let people take charge. So I ended up having this like enormous wedding, and this wedding ring that just like it was beautiful, but it was just like not me. Like I remember like it every time I put it on, it was just like ugh. It was a lot. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm mumbling now. Anyway, so I mailed it off to worthy.com. And this is not sponsored at all, by the way. I'm giving you my real life opinion here. I mailed it off, and the next day they were like, we got it. And would you mind if we unmount it so that we can give it a GIA certification? So it's like a GEM International Association, Gemologist International Association or something like that, where they give the actual grade and rating of your stone. And I was like, unmount it? Like, you mean take it apart? Like, take the ring apart? And in that moment, like this jolt of like, oh my God, that means it's like really done. But that hit me, but it hit me in a way like, oh my God, this is just a rock. This is just a bunch of little rocks. And it's metal. It's rock and it's metal. And that's it. And we just put so much meaning on things sometimes that we forget like what they actually truly are, right? And it just kind of like I laughed to myself this morning because it was like I've been dreading getting rid of this thing, and it's literally just a rock. And it's not even like a rock that like reminds me of something amazing. It's a rock that reminds me of something that wasn't for me. Like, why was I holding on to it for so long? You know, there's like this notion of like letting go that seems so like finite. And you guys, we're just constantly letting go of each moment. You know, each breath that we exhale, we let go, we let go, we let go. And we can't take anything with us when we die. Like, you know, I mean, I guess you could stuff it in the coffin with me, but like, I don't want that in there. So it's like, up until that moment, I think I didn't realize just how much weight I was putting into this piece of earth, this metal and this rock, and how not only how much weight, but like how weighted down it made me feel. So it's gone, and I'm waiting to see how much I'm gonna get back for it. And at this point, I honestly don't care. Like, I really don't care. And I do feel a lot lighter, and I'm excited because it's like I'm not a slave to this stupid little rock anymore. Not that I was a slave to it, but just like having it around and like moving it with me from like place to place has just been like, I know it's like worth a lot of money, and so I've been like a little bit like anxious knowing that it's around, and like I don't want it to get stolen or anything. So anyway, I just kind of like Marie Kondo'd my engagement ring is what I'm trying to say. So that's my report for video 2, and I think I'll report back to you guys when I get the money back and when I get my passport back, and just like let you know how I feel. By the way, passport thing was super easy, except for, I will warn you, you have to either at least have your real birth certificate or an old passport, or your like something that says your original name that you want to change it back to. So just know, like, a photocopy is not good enough. I made that mistake myself, and I had to go back and get the original. So yeah. Anyway, I'll keep you up to date. Hope you guys are doing good. Bye.